more of the local scene and kind of building a solid foundation, whether that be networking, radio plays, different shows. I know you did a lot of that in your hometown too, coming up. So can you talk a little bit about what you did to kind of grow your music and grow your fan base locally, and how that's something that maybe artists could apply today?
I think the networking, man, is probably the one most important piece, man, to Chad focus, but it's also the most important piece to a lot of different guys, right? Like,
Yeah.
I got my ears to the streets, and me coming home, bro, I was literally homeless, man, November 2022 to March 2023. And I say that because when you come home from prison, you go to the halfway house,
Yeah.
you stand in the dorm with 8 other young brothers, bro. I had a track phone. I didn't have resources. I didn't even know what reels and stuff like that was. I was disconnected. And when I say networking, bro, you got to humble yourself. I have put myself individually on every platform y'all seen me on since I've been home. I've done over 50 interviews, right? So it's for me to humbly reach out to ClassE the same way I reach out to DJ Payne, the same way I speak to DJ Vlad, the same way I speak to Brand Man Network. People don't network, and they also don't humble themselves to one, reach out, to be willing to one, bro, accept somebody rejecting them, because that's what it is when you put yourself out there. Not everybody is going to say yes. Not every door is going to open, but you miss every shot you don't take. So
Yeah.
that's my biggest thing for a lot of guys, is that I network, bro. I'm extremely humble in that space. I'm extremely confident in the work that I put in, but I'm extremely humble in the way that I network and I build with, other people, man, that could be, assets to my brand, and I could be assets to their brand. When I stepped out here, bro, the most important thing I did early on was that I aligned myself with a DJ pool. I work with Vertigo. I work with DigiWax, the Coalition DJs, Core
Yeah.
DJ. I was with MP3 Wax. So you don't got to go and take my exact route, guys. You could choose one of those. You could choose all of them. Not only did I go build with those different DJ pools, I invested in those guys sharing my music. So I did the email blast. I put together my DJ pack. I made sure I had my acapella, my clean, my dirty, my instrumental, my voiceover. Like, it's artists that don't even understand just the small principles of how to syndicate their music and how to get it out to the guys in the formats that they want. You
Yeah.
can't go to the club while the DJ is playing his set and hand them a USB. Y'all got to connect before
Right.
that person is already working, right?
Yeah.
Connect after that person is working. Yo, buy that brother a drink, man. Ask him, can you take him to dinner? Yeah, it might take a little while to build those relationships, but if you understand, 10 years ago, I didn't have all these relationships. Now, when I say you give me the budget, I can press a button because I got 10,000 contacts. You get
Right.
what I'm saying, E? And I always invested in my guys. If you see me pull up, man, and I got on $30,000 worth of jewelry, but I don't want to pay a DJ $100, yo, to break my record, that's unacceptable behavior. And I watch
Yeah.
people, give their friends the short end of the stick, and that's just unacceptable. I watch a lot of rappers come out here and show all of their money on Instagram, and they want to pay their videographers the lowest amount that they can. They want to finesse the producers. And you look at stuff like that, and you like, damn, bro, you're not even looking at it with the right mentality, and those guys aren't going to support you.
Yeah.
So that's it's mentality first, E. And the game changed for me, bro, when I made the DJs a priority. To these days, man, these guys still support me, and it's always been love. And they appreciate the resource and the asset I am to them today, bro. I teach them how to set up their infrastructure, bro. I teach them how to put together their LLC, how to go get music funding, how to build their personal credit, business credit. Like, I'm more of an asset than just an artist, man. It's just the icing on the top that I created a record like Dance With Me with T-Pain. Like, that's just like that's all good in the hood, but you got to have a deeper value that you offer to these people. So what's your value?
Yeah. And that's another thing that's missed too, is I think, like you said, a lot of us as artists, and I feel this too, we get discouraged because, we pound the pavement, we hit the networking events, and, we network with the DJs, we're in the studios, we're giving a hard drive to the engineer, and we don't see that translate over to the other side, which is, maybe the streaming side or our analytics or Instagram or something like that. So what were some of the ways you were able to take that networking you did, on the streets to actually translate to the streaming, to your following on Instagram, to actually growing a real fan base there?
Well, to be honest with you, bro, I think that it was the quality content, right, and the systems. So
Yeah.
I try to be honest. I balanced it out. Like,
Yeah.
you watch Vice, you realize you're like, yo, this young kid from Baltimore, I built a machine. Like, I know how to, utilize the bots. I understand how to utilize real followers, fake followers, comments, views. Like, it's a strategy to do all of this, right? And I
Yep.
just be honest, my strategy was to get myself on the Explore page. So if I had to buy 50,000 fake views to get my shit going in the algorithm to get it to the Explore page so people could see how dope my music video was or my interview, I was willing to do that. And I never cared what nobody else said or thought. I think a lot of people care too much what other people think. Us
Yeah.
rich niggas don't give a fuck what nobody said at the end
Tell
of the
them.
day, right?
Tell
I
them.
could care less, bro. I'm just being honest with you. There's nothing that you could say, an opinion, good or bad, that's going to pay my bills, take care of my kids.
Yeah.
And I woke up loving myself. And I think that a lot of artists got to sit and look in the mirror and be like, yo, what am I willing to do, bro, to accomplish my dreams? You got to let that pride shit go.
Yeah.
And I think that's the hard part, bro. So when we balanced it, I think it was one, a relentless mentality. The content, bro, was above and beyond, right? Are you investing into your cameras? Are you investing into your equipment? What does it look like, man, when you step in front of the camera? Are you putting yourself together? You got your hair cut, you got your jewelry on tight. Like, what are you doing as far as building up your image? And I think that we really focused on that, bro. I had these dad hats right here, E-Man. So I built up with a merchandiser.
Yeah.
And I had the dad hats, I had the clothing line, bro. I was out here doing the hoverboard scooters. I was looking at what Ray J was doing in the technology space. So for me, bro, it was an entire brand. And think about this, bro. To this day, there's never been anybody that has used the word focus like I have, even though everybody says and everybody knows what that means. Yo, focus is worldwide. It's synonymous with me, bro. You say focus, you already know what time it is. It's one young guy in the history of the world that has come and take that name and made it a household name as a brand. And I know that's what we did, bro. And we sat down and we focused on how we could make that happen. Positive movement. And like I said, the marketing is A1, bro. I understand influencer marketing, bro. I understand that you got to pay to play. Like, if I got a music video, E, and I think it's really dope, I'm going to pay the top 20 people that's influencers in my cities to share it, whether they comedians, whether they artists, whether they musicians, you know, whether they restaurants. I could care less. How do
Yeah.
I get in front of people's audiences? And I'm giving you guys the exact strategy. So when I say it doesn't matter if somebody gives me a budget, I can make a record number one. I got the radio relationships, bro. I got the influencer understanding, the strategy, the relationships. I understand what it looks like to invest on what, Say Cheese, World Star Hip Hop, academics. I went and I got all of these different numbers, bro, these price points. So from where I'm from, bro, the guys will go and try to figure out who's the plug in the streets, right? They want to get, you know, the lowest number, right?
Yep.
Nah, bro. I went and figured out the numbers that matter in the industry that I wanted to be successful in. And now I got the relationship to make the one phone call. If somebody gives me the budget, I got a solid record. Let's put all these plays in place. And I'm also living proof of that, E, right? So my own biggest testimony. I'm not talking about stuff I did with other people or for other people. I'm literally a 6-time Billboard charting artist independently myself, made $1 million off the industry, bro, got hundreds of millions of streams. And we just speaking off our own experience, bro, and being authentic about it.